Welcome to CFAM at Home. For today's project, we will be making activist sculptures inspired by the work The Protesters by Pedro Reyes from our collection. For this project, you will need 3 to 5 pipe cleaners, a piece of cardstock or other thick paper, and some aluminum foil. Before we get started, let's take a closer look at our artwork and the ideas behind its inspiration. In this powerful series of sculptures, Mexican artist Pedro Reyes creates artwork that talks about the power and importance of protest in order to stand up for important issues and defend ideas that matter. He uses playful sculptures to think about these big and complex ideas that deal with politics and our communities in a way that is visually interesting. Reyes believes that change can happen at the hand of everyday heroes, when many people band together in support of a common goal. His series of sculptures representing protesters is a great example of this practice. He started with a single piece but realized that if one protester is powerful, imagine how much stronger a group of 3 or 4 would be. The series of protesters featured here were inspired by an important focus on women's rights that happened in 2016. Across the world, women came together to march in protest of ideas that limit their voice and contributions, and showed unity with one another. This sisterhood impacted Reyes. We see his interest in experiences that represent collectives of people with a shared goal in his use of geometric shapes. These remove any sense of individualism from the sculptures in exchange for their functioning as a unit. Doing so is the artist's way of reminding us that we are always stronger together. During today's craft, we will be making our own activist sculptures representing someone we consider heroic and would join together with in protest. In his art, Reyes uses groups of people to strengthen their power in service of an issue. Think about a person you consider a hero, someone that cares about the same things as you do. Design a sculpture that represents that person. In designing your sculpture, think about their pose. How does this pose reflect your message? What issue would you both be defending? We will be writing this on a small piece of paper and have your heroic figure display it like a protest sign at the end. Start by thinking about and drawing your sculpture's design. Don't only think about the outside, but also the interior structure, as you will be making this with your pipe cleaners. As you develop your design, think about how the pose tells us something about the issue that matters to your sculpture. In honor of Women's History Month, I will be making a sculpture that talks about sisterhood. Use the pipe cleaners to make the sculpture's shape. Think of this as the sculpture skeleton. You can bend and twist it for a thicker core or make outlines with it for a more flattened appearance. I'll be making 2 figures for my sculpture today, but you can make just 1 or up to 4 like Pedro Reyes. take the aluminum foil and wrap it around your pipe cleaners. Play around with the design of the shape by either keeping it slim or bulking it up with lots of aluminum foil underneath. To create a more three-dimensional shape, roll aluminum into balls and use it as stuffing. Then cover the foil balls and mold the exterior. When your hero is ready, tape their feet to a piece of cardstock so that they can stand. You might need to bend the shape forwards and backwards a little until it is well balanced on the cardstock. Take a small piece of paper and write down the issue which your sculpture is representing. Include the small piece of paper with your sculpture as a protest sign so they can communicate their cause to the world. Thank you for joining us for CFAMily Saturday. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to find out when the next video is loaded.